At last, they set foot in Jadebrook. The town is small, with thatched roofed buildings clustered tightly, and interconnected within by several worn cobblestone paths. Wonderful, so it's either rural Italy or the poor. Wonderful, okay. The open ground is littered with small trees and gently swaying branches. Villagers wander casually from building to building, pause and cluster, and separate again in a carefree rhythm. Though it seems soiled and worn, it is welcoming in its idleness. Definitely Italy. Definitely Italy. Oh, thank goodness we're here. So no one's going to see Cadfael and be like, hey, do you want to rest? Not looking so brilliant. Then again, I suppose it's Italy. Everyone's kind of cut themselves a pizza at some point, haven't they? Thank goodness, indeed. Now to find the inn. The man pauses to scan the area, taking in the new and unfamiliar town. His rotating gaze stops suddenly on an otherwise inconspicuous shop. Cadfael, what is it? Walter approaches slowly, and it becomes clear what had distracted him. Standing in front of the open shop is a young girl. She wears a long, flowing white robe, accented by a sash ending in oversized bow on her back. Short, strawberry blonde hair splays freely as it meets her neck. She sways timidly in front of the shopkeeper as her hands nervously grip the loose fabric of her sleeves. She seems completely aware of their presence. Suddenly, she feels their eyes on her and turns warily, still needing her hands to calm herself. They used to know each other and used to date and got a little bit intimate. Cadfael's calm expression swiftly changes to one of shocked recognition. Lucille? Cadfael, is that you? Alright, if this is a relationship, it's a very odd one, because there's a clear age gap. Fucking hell, we've now got our equivalent of Prince Peach. Prince Peach? Princess Peach! Yes, it is me. That it is. It has been a long time, Lucy. It certainly has. Oh, look at you. You're injured. Severely. What did you go off and do this time? Her cheeks fill with air as she tries to frown deeply. Any attempt at trying to intimidate him is lost in how childish she appears. She does look like she's just blowing her cheeks ever so slightly. She runs her hands frantically over his wounds, trying her best to assess the extent of the damage. They're deep. There's scratches. There's blood. What more do you need? Alright, whatever. I apologise for troubling you. I suppose I was outmatched. Oh, you always leap into danger so carelessly. That's it. I've decided I'm going to travel with you from now on. Wow, this really is like an old school RPG. Hey, I have no meaningful reason to join you, and I've only known you for a minute. I shall join you to conquer the world. Oh god, anyone who's played an old school RPG definitely knows at least one time where that's happened. So you do Vincent Valentine in Final Fantasy VII. If anyone can remember his reason, I salute you. Oh, wonderful. I've sworn again. I mean, I'm sorry for these bleeps which are going to keep happening, but, you know, they are, so just have to deal with that for now. Just like that, but you have no inkling of where we're going. I know that wherever you're going, you're likely to injure yourself again. That's all that's important. Well, she does have healing and mage clothes on, so I can only assume that's a good thing. Besides which, I'm in dire need of practical training in the field, so this will be great practice for me, won't it? Well, no, if it's a suicide mission. I can't argue with that logic. I can. I suppose perfectly... Oh, I suppose she doesn't know it's a suicide mission. If we were just going to go, you can, but what we're going to hunt kills you on touch. Bloody hell. Alright. Good. Now let's tend to those wounds. Slowly, methodically, she runs her hands over his skin and closes her eyes. A green flame jumps from within and engulfs her hands. Alright, I thought that was coming from him for a second. I was like, are they sure it's green? If you know what I mean. Ladies? No? Okay. Oh dear. With each pass, the cuts and bites glow with the same inner light and begin to move into themselves. The boundaries of the wounds meet and meld into each other, slowly dimming the glow until they are one whole again. Lucille pulls away and the luminescence fades. Cadfael maneuvers his arms to test it, and finds the pain is gone, and moves smoothly, as if it had never been damaged. I was too busy reading the text. I want to see what that animation was. Did it just randomly go? It then goes a little bit green, and then randomly go... That is so cool. That's quite cool, isn't it? Alright, whatever. Just me. Lucille seems to reel from the effort, and Cadfael immediately uses the arm that was injured a moment ago to steady Lucille in case she fell, to which she reacts with a jolt, and an ever so slight pink tinge to her cheeks. Walter can't help but silently marvel at what he has just seen. It is even more amazing to think that in this world, this would be routine. Shoppers pass the scene without a word, completely unfair. Have you never played another game before, Walter? This happens in every game. Aha, magical healing. Done. Okay, is no one going to question that? Nope. That's how these games work. Right, in his silence, Lucille fails to notice him and continues to speak with Cadfael as if he is not there. Probably because she doesn't realise you're there because there's a deep connection between you two, you pillock. There we are, see? Not going to beep, pillock. Already feeling like a third wheel, Walter resigns himself to this and quietly follows them on in the distance. Anyway, so I was just wandering about town, pursuing the stores. If you wish to join me in the meanwhile, of course, I would love us to catch up on our endeavours. Don't tell me Cadfael forgot about me. What a Oh, lovely. Something else which is going to be beeped out. This will stop happening eventually. Alright. What have you been doing with your life? Well, healing by the looks of it. Well, I've continued studying the magic arts back home in Byesdam. That hasn't been exactly successful, per se. I've been striving as hard as possible, but I simply can't learn it. No matter how many hours I study, I'm worried I may be held back again. By what? It pains me to hear that. It doesn't pain you to hear that. In fact, you're in bad word there. You're in pretty good shape. I know what you're on about. Right. She looks down sheepishly and the fidgeting that had stopped as she was berating him begins. Yes. But within a few moments she snaps back to attention and her tentative smile adorns her face. I'm trying not to dwell on it, however. That's because I came out here and shopping away from home helps to ease my mind. You're the same as you've always been. So wait, shopping helps a girl take things off her mind. Who knew? Who knew? I think that's how we met, is it not? I was out shopping and you were wandering around, investigating the stands. I simply couldn't help myself. It all looked so appetizing and I was famished, and yet I didn't have a single coin with me at the time. She laughed heartily. Ha! Amused by his sudden, as far as she is concerned, unneeded defensiveness. I know, besides, if he hadn't appeared so conspicuous, we wouldn't have met. Damn, it's a bit harsh. So I believe it was for the best. I suppose so. Cadfael's attention is stolen by an older woman in the distance, shouting for someone as loud as her lungs allowed. Lucille quickly notices her as well. What is this? She appears to be looking for someone. Mittens, Mittens, where are you? Oh, don't tell me our first quest is going to be find the cat, lol. Is this what superheroes are assigned to in every early game? Do something pointless. Alright, whatever. Mittens? It's a cat. Honestly, Cadfael, I thought you could figure out that much. It must be her cat. Maybe he ran away into the town. Excuse me, ma'am, maybe I help you. Is something wrong? Clearly. Oh, I lost my cat, Mittens. I went into town to get her food. And when I arrived back home, he was gone. It's a cat. It will be back. Alright, whatever. I had left him in the yard, but he's a very trustworthy cat. He's never attempted to escape before. He's a cat. How strange. I'm afraid we haven't seen him. But we're going to be in town. In any case, so we're looking for him. I hope that you find him. I will. Thank you so much. My house is over there. You could just knock on my door if you reclaim him. She points to a small, secluded home nestled between two larger buildings. With that, she shakes Lucille's hand firmly and gratefully, and once again begins searching. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a shocking feeling about this. What do you mean? It's very common for pets to be lost. It's not that unusual. It's going to be the witch. I was about to say something which rhymed with witch. She's going to turn out to be a witch, right? I know, but this feels different somehow. You're probably just overanalyzing the situation. As they walk, Cadfael is still troubled and cannot determine why. However, as his eyes wander idly, it quickly becomes apparent that his suspicions have come true. Above them, the sky seems to be tearing at the seams, and now familiar black masses encroaching. crawling along the invisible, intangible boundaries that only it knows. It seeps through them as water over the roads. What? No, not now! How did it pierce the town's magic barrier? Well, it gained power through other... Okay, look, I'm stumped as well, okay? I don't know. I'm not sure. That's right, a sword will do something. But look. In front of them, a small form emerges from below. It builds and contorts into a shape that is all too familiar. A small, emaciated, cat-like creature stands in the darkness. Its face is rearranged. Bit harsh, it's not that bad looking. I bet it has no problem to find a mate. A twisted mockery of its natural form. Its mouth lies between its oh, right, okay, so this is the cat which went missing. Good job, Tenarium, good job. Its pearlescent white eyes, the edges sewn into a painful curl, the hideous maw opens and closes at random as if to scream, but no sound escapes. No, you don't suppose it's... I'm afraid so. It seems that we will have to fight it as well. But I've never actually fought in actual battles before. Looks like we've got another fight. What? Who is this boy? Okay, so you didn't notice him before. The fact that he's in a circle, again, that's completely normal. You just want to know who he is. Okay. I will explain everything later, I promise. For now, I need you to assist me as best you can. Right, I'll try to keep you strong. Lucille, join the party. I think a hand job to my already erect penis will keep me strong. But yeah, I mean, that's huge. I can only assume he's got a couple socks. Alright, okay, let's go. Yeah! Okay, so I'm assuming she has magic, so... kablam! 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 Oh, right, yeah, it's not kablamming, so I've got to click, okay. Kablam! Come on, and now I'm assuming she can do some sort of magic. Heal! Wow, that... 10 XP? It gives me experience for healing. Alright, whatever. What? So wait, I can only assume she has to die because the two cats attacked her, I healed, and then the two cats attacked her, and then I healed, and then... Alright, whatever. I'm sorry, it still looks like I'm useless. It missed. Typical. Blam! Oh, missed again? Come on! Blah. How much do I have to miss? Right, do we have potions? We have potions. We'll use one. This better work. 50. Okay, that's a decent heal. I like that. It's not 12. So, if this misses, it's safe to assume that the game is going to auto-fail you. Okay, it's auto-fail. Okay, I get it, game. I can do this as much as I want, and I will have to lose. Oh, I've actually killed one of them. I might actually stand a chance in doing this, then. Kablam! Boosh, motherfucker! What you gonna do? Oh, pounded Yo-Cap's ass. Enemy dropped a knife. I can't think that's too helpful at all, actually. What is that, a happy meter I've just noticed there? Or whatever. Defeated, the mass begins to recede into itself. It retreats slowly into the nothingness from which it came, surely to tend its wounds. A black mass has to tend its... Whatever. Is it done? Are we victorious? For the time being, it would seem so. A small reluctant smile forms on her delicate lips. Haha, I truly defeated it. I didn't... You died! What the fuck are you on about? You died. You did shit. Alright, whatever. That was intense, though. I'm not accustomed to fighting like that. I'm already so fatigued. We should probably all rest. But after that, you're going to explain what you've done. Understand? Again, that's not too intimidating. Agreed. Walter watches as the two make their way towards the inn. He has no reason to follow. It's not like anything will happen while they're sleeping. Even if there is a good reason for him to follow, somehow he doesn't want to feel... He doesn't feel he wants to be there. Yeah, I would have to agree. So far he's just been ignored. And only randomly noticed when he addressed me, but alright, whatever. That familiar feeling, that sensation of being utterly alone, even in a crowd. He should be used to it by now, but it cuts all the same. It isn't so much that he's alone. It's that he isn't needed. I don't think I'm ever needed for anything. You just go out and socialise with mates. It's fun. He sets the controller down and begins to wander idly. Wandering the empty halls of his home seems to be the only familiar thing in his life at the moment. What had once been so dreary, so aimless, seems oddly comforting now. And yet, it only serves to isolate him more. Why is this bugging me so much all of a sudden? But take a wild guess. I never minded being alone before. Why now? The sound of footsteps breaks his flow of thoughts. Behind him, a middle-aged woman stands in the hallway, looking on with some surprise. Compared to him, she appears a little and fragile. She carries herself with a certain kind of elegance, even though her appearance is ordinary. Mum, I thought you had work today. I just came home from work for lunch, so I'm actually just heading back now. Oh, I see. By the way, I heard voices from your room. Are you talking to someone? Oh, just some friends. Oh, that's great. It's wonderful you're still talking to them. He smiles softly in response. Yeah. Anyway, I have to go, sweetie. There's leftovers in the fridge if you need them. With that, she hastily puts on a jacket and runs out of the door, leaving Walter on his own once again. What an uncaring, terrible mother. And why is she going to work in a nearly said it, in a gown? That makes no sense.